1 minute, let me put a message and I'll come back. Okay, fine. Let them join. So the steps is first you need to register. Okay. Register link is if suppose any one of you, is not registered or I have not added you into the batch. Okay. So if that is the case, the main objective is like you would have not registered in this link. That is why I'm not able to add it. Clear? So this is the link to register yourself. Tech-Saksham register link. Okay. And the another link is for, this is for your login purpose. Okay. Once you register, you can go to the login option and need to provide your username. So let's say, so this is shared by whom? I think Varshita. Okay. Varshita. Let me check. So here I can check. Let me check once. Varshita. So Varshita, which Varshita, ma?
First one, ma'am.
First one. Okay. So let me reset your password. Okay, this is your mail ID and password. So now I will open a new tab. So this is your user ID and password. So let me get into the link. This is http learntechsaction.org. Go to the login option and provide your mail ID and the phone number. And the captcha. Okay, I'm able to log in. So here you can see your course details. So your course, my course. Why it is not visible? Because once you get into your profile, change your password. You need to change your password. Let's say as of now, I'm just changing your password. EST. This is the password, ma. Okay, don't mistake. Later, you can also change it. EST 8123445. I'm setting this password for you. Current password. Huh? Okay. So click on submit. So it is done now. Next, you can see my profile option. Just go here and you need to fill all the details, ma. This is very, 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 very mandatory. If you're not going to do this, you will not see any placement opportunity, because here in this LMS portal, once you complete the profile and the resume, upload your resume only, you can see the another tab called placement tab. Okay. So placement tab will be appearing. That is a placement forms tab. Once you fill all the details about the placement, then you can see the option called apply job option. Clear, ma? So this is the process. The main motto why we are here, we need to get a job and the certification. Am I right? So if you want to get this placement form and the apply job, you guys have to fill all these details or your education. Please create one resume, a good resume. Let's say you can go a Canvas or Novo. Okay, there in the mobile itself, you can do it. So here you can edit your resume. Okay. And or you can go with Novo resume. So this will be also a good option. You can get a free template and you can edit. Or you know how to design the resume using HTML. That also you can do. You can give some different colors, which is not in the template. You can do it using a HTML code and CSS code. Clear, students, everyone? Got point? Can I get some response? Clear? So I'm logging out from your profile, Vashita. Okay, fine. And the password you know, right? Last is 5, then you can change the password.
Ma'am, I'm not getting your account to add you, ma'am.
Sorry, ma.
To add you, tag you in LinkedIn, I'm not getting your account, ma'am.
You're not getting my account.
Yeah, ma'am.
Let me check once. So this is my account. It is opening. Can you see?
When I click the link, it's opening, ma'am. When I'm searching for you to tag, then it's not showing your profile.
But actually, the students are doing. Uh, can you show me if possible? Can you share your screen and
Yeah, ma'am.
let me know? Guys, in the meanwhile, for everyone, please share your update on this hacker rank. Please share me the screenshot. Yesterday also I got screenshots from your batch 2 students. I really impressed. Most of the students got some gold batches. So I'm expecting the same thing from you. Yes, Nikita. Can you show me? Click on
Yeah,
the link.
I'm
Oh,
searching for your
that is not mine. That is not mine. Hmm. Don't leave the space in between Uma Maheshwari and now you can see, right? Wait a minute. I think, can you scroll down? 1 minute. Can you copy this number also? Possible? Uma Maheshwari hyphen R and the number. Can you try this one? No, that number alone. Nikita, can you go to the chat again? Yes. Remove the last slash and slowly remove one by one the numbers. So you go school. Can you type master trainer over there? Space and master trainer. Oh, previously it was showing. Delete that trainer alone. Remove the trainer and R also. R. Remove R. Previously it was showing. I think lot of names is there, I think. Okay, later I can share this link with you. Okay, give me
Yeah.
some time. I will share it now. So as of now, you can. Okay, leave it. We can do it later. Okay. Okay, thank you. So I think we can start with our session. So before starting, I need to spend some 5 to 10 minutes for this hacker run. What about the update for this hacker run, students? Can you share me the screenshot? You can put it in the chat box, or once you have. I hope you guys are uploading it in Google form. If not, please do it. For sure, I'm telling you, today also we got a meeting regarding this hacker rank, and the person who was hosting that meeting, he told me like this is necessary for the students because from the placement, from the companies who are going to recruit through this EduNet Foundation for Microsoft and SAP program, okay, they are expecting the students to get good scores in this hacker rank, like bronze, silver, and gold for Java and Python. For each and every week, they are giving some assessment assignments. So Varshita, I've shared. Good, Varshita, you got a silver and 3 stars. Great. Let me save this. So we can spend some 10 minutes of time for this. So it is 5:20. So I'll wait till 5:30 now. So you can share the screenshot with me. Yes, ma'am, I got only one screenshot. Remaining students, please share me the screenshot. Have you done or you're going to do whatever it may be? Please let me know. I need your response, students, please. Yes, Nikita, you may have some search box, right? Nikita, can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, here what you can do is slash. So here you can see, right? Like this, can you try?
Yeah, ma'am. Here I'm getting, ma'am. Actually, I have requested you to connect, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
But while I'm going to tag you, it's not showing your profile, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Yes, what about the remaining student? Deepthi, Indu, Navin Kumar, Joshit. Joshit already shared. What about the remaining student? Dinesh, Hemalata, Lalita, Lavanya, Mahesh. If you example, if you didn't start also not a problem. Please let me know whether you want to need, that is you need a time, something else. If you tell me so that I can wait. You need a time or you have already done. Yes, students, I need your replies, ma. Just give me a reply like yes or no or whatever the it is happening on your end. You can just put it in the Teams chat so that I can understand. If you're being silent, I can't understand anything. It's totally virtual. I can't read your mind. Students, what is your problem? So if you have doubt also today, see Nikita is asking doubt, Varshita is asking doubt. So if you have any doubts, you have to be open with that. Okay, give me time. Okay, okay, fine, ma. So I hope you guys need some time. So while coming on, I think we'll have a session on Wednesday, right? So you can give me the update on that day. So you will be having a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday will be holiday. I think so. Tuesday will be holiday. Sorry, that is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 3 days you will have a holiday time. So whenever you feel free, just complete this hacker rank. This is not for our purpose. We are asking this. This is entirely for a placement purpose. We focusing you guys to get placed in IT sector. So if you really interested in this program, you can really trust us and complete this hacker run. Okay, this is very, very important one which we need. This is not from our end. This is totally from the placement end. Okay, placement managers are expecting this. I can also arrange one orientation with the placement management team. So whenever you have that is available, I need to check the availability on the morning time. Okay, so like 11 or 12 or 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So that may be the time they can engage with you. So you can tell me the time so that we can start. So I'll also get the, I'll take a poll in this WhatsApp group so we can confirm it. After resetting the password, also no courses, ma'am. Yes, Varshita, have you updated all your profile details? Can you show me the screenshot? So you need to upload your resume and profile. Even a single field is empty, then you won't get that options, a course detail option. Okay. Okay, fine. So we can start with our today's session. Let me open the PPT. I think yes, we are in downloads. We have completed, I think, till this nested function we have completed. So we need to start with this. Am I right? I'm sorry. We need to start with node object or this one. Okay, no problem. I will start with this. Okay, why a DOM is required? Okay, why a DOM? So what is DOM first of all? So this is the abbreviation document object model, and document object model is a programming interface for a HTML and XML, and it defines a logical structure of document. So why we need this first? Why we need this DOM? So when you go to a HTML page, okay, let's say this is my HTML page and this is my JS page. Okay, how the HTML elements will be placed like HTML and something like head element like this. We will be using it in HTML as a tag. But when it comes to a JS, okay, when this HTML pages is loaded in a browser, okay, this is a browser, okay. So it will understand this HTML page. But when the JS is, loading into the browser, then it cannot understand directly. Okay, that is the reason each and every element has been considered as a object. So each and every element is going to be considered as a object. Okay, it's example, what is Windows? What is Windows? Windows means, so this is my viewport, right? This is my viewport, and this is going to be the above the viewport frame. So this is called as a window. This is going to be the window, some alert messages or some dialog box, confirmation box or prompt box. Everything will be appearing on this particular thing, right? So which needs a Windows frame. And document is here, whatever we writing here in the viewport, that is going to be considered as a document. And what is link, form, and anchor? So these are the sub element of this document. Okay. If example, I want to fetch any particular element in my document. So document is my object. Using this only, I can fetch the detail of this form and the other things. Clear? So next, and then why a DOM is required? So I already told you, this is for structuring the web page, and JavaScript is used to add a behavior to our page. When an HTML file is loaded into the browser, the JavaScript cannot understand the HTML document directly. It cannot understand. Okay, JavaScript cannot understand the HTML element directly. So that is why we are converting this into a document. Okay, so and also I'll show you one example. Let me create one. Okay, so let me create a understanding of this. So HTML, and this is going to be a JavaScript. So what is this especially? So HTML and JavaScript. So if example, if I want to create some element, let's say I'm going to create H1 element. So we will be creating here like /H1, right? But if I create an element in JavaScript, what I need to use? I need to use the document first because we are going to write the content in a document. So document object, document dot, and then what we need to do for a document of that is object, we'll be having a lot of methods. Okay, here I need to create a element. So I'm going to use a create elements method name. Okay, inside this method name, I'll be giving the value to be h1. Clear? So now the methods of a document object model, this we already know how to write. So inside the document, I'm going to write. So write method, we are using write method. When I try to fetch the ID, then I'll be using a get element by ID. And when it's going to be a get elements by name, so I think I have completed this for you. Okay, fine. So get element by name. So here you can see it by names. If it is going to be a tag name, then we'll use a tag name. Clear? So now next we move on to the introduction to node object. So node represent a point within a DOM. This could be an element, text, a comment, and more. HTML heading elements. So what is this node? What is this node first of all? So let's see. Um, so node is nothing but if example, I have a HTML element. Okay. So under this, what are the elements will be there? Head and here body elements. And in the head elements, you can have a title, right? In the title, you will have some text. Example, Annamacharya. Okay, some text is there, content. So this is a node, this is called as a node, and this is also considered as a node, and this is called considered as a node, and this is also node. So each and every particular thing, it is called as a node. Okay, it is not specifically element and text node. All the things which is present in the JavaScript that will be considered as a node. Okay, so in an example, we can see this example, we can see a PID text. PID text means that is paragraph. This is going to be a element node. You can see this is considered as an element node. And next, the content is going to be a text node. And again, this is going to be an element node. Okay, it goes on like this. Then, if I want to create a node, then how we can create a node? Let's say, example, if I want to comment something, then I will go with the create command. If I want to create a text node, so that our suggestion is to create a text node method. And to create an attribute, we will go with the create attribute of. So document.create element does not return a node object. Okay. So like this, we have a lot of nodes which is available to create each and every special thing in the JavaScript. Okay, so now we can understand so how we can create this element. Okay, how we can create. So here you can see in the example, I think we can move on to the code. Okay, so here I want to create an element using a JavaScript. Okay, so first let me create one div container. Inside the DAV container, I'm going to give some different elements. Let's say I'm going to add the ID called A. Inside this DAV container, let me that is give paragraph. Paragraph ID is equals to A. Sorry, let me give B and some name. College. And let me copy this again. Okay. So in this DAV container, I want to add one more element. So how we can do that through the script? Through the script element. So let me add a script element. Inside this, the first step is you need to give a tag name, right? So I'm giving a variable tag, and then document dot create an element. So which element you're going to create? I'm going to create h1 and then variable text. So once we create an element, what is the second? That is secondly, we need to add the text, right? So to add the text, document dot create text node. Text node. Then the text node, let me give some text inside this. Tech-Saksham. Here. And later to this, I want to append this tag in text. So tag dot uh, append child of text. And the variable, let me give it as an element. So now where I want to import this, I want to import it document dot get element by ID of E. Okay. So here I want to import. Later to that, I want to append this element with a tag because this tag only contains a text, right? So element dot, the element dot append child of element, that is tag. Clear? So let me run this. So here you can see the details. So one extra element we have added through the script element. Clear? Okay, next we can move on to the PPT again. What is JS events? What is this? JS events. Events is very, very, very important topic. Okay, so important topic in the sense um, that is not necessary to you will get a MCQ question related to this, but you will so that is you have to get more hands-on practice on this JS event. That is very, very necessary. Okay, so now we can understand what are these. So something has happened, that is event is a signal that something has happened. All DOM nodes generate such a signals, but events are not limited to the DOM. Let's say event is not only for mouse or keyboards or it is going to be for form or for drag and drop or to copy the content. There are a lot of events we have. Let's see what are the events. The first one is mouse event and then keyboard and then form events, clipboard events, drag events. Okay, so these are the different events we have. So you have to get more practice on this. So now we can see some mouse events first. 1 minute. So mouse event. Okay. So mouse event means here we can see click, context menu, mouse over, mouse down, and mouse move. These are the different, things are there. So if I want to click something, some element is there, and if I want to click something, then I will go with the click event. So how we can perform this? First, we need to, okay, I'll tell you in this coding part. Okay. So then next is context menu. When the mouse right clicks on the element, then we will go with the, this one called context menu. And mouse over and mouse out is nothing but if there is a box, okay, and if I am over there, okay, mouse over, and if you leave out of the element, then what is the different properties you're going to give? Okay, that is a mouse over and mouse out. And what is mouse down and mouse up? Any idea? So what is mouse down and mouse up? Mouse down and mouse up means it's very simple. Like 1 second, students. Okay, fine. The mouse down and mouse up. So when the mouse button is pressed and the button is released over the element, then that is called as a mouse up and mouse down. Okay. And mouse move. Keyboard events. Here we have key down and key up. So when the key is pressed on your keyboard and if it is released, then what are the changes you can perform using this event? Okay. And the form elements, we have submit and focus, document events, DOM content load. So when the HTML is load and process, the DOM is fully built. Okay. So next is the things we have is the very important about add event listener. So what is the difference between this event and the event listener? Both is going to be the similar thing. Okay, but here in the event listener, you don't want to mention anything in the HTML code. Okay, you can directly code it in the JavaScript. But in event, if you see, there are three ways we can perform this event. Either you can directly give it in the HTML element itself, the JavaScript code, and the other way is elements will be specified in HTML and the event will be given in the that is event functionality will be given in the JavaScript part. And finally, you can directly give the functionality in the JavaScript itself. Okay. So these are the ways we can perform this event. You can try all the events together. Okay. So now how we can give this add event listener. First is your element name dot and add event listener. So here the name should be in a camel case and you can see the event need to give. So what event we can give? There are a lot of events, click or mouse over, mouse out, key up, key down, mouse up, mouse down. Okay, so whatever the event you want to perform, you need to mention that. And handle is nothing but your function. What is the functionality? Let's say in a mouse, if something we can say for a click. Okay, if I click the element, some changes is going to happen. So I will be mentioning it in the function. Example, I want that to be removed or some color changes or some font size changes, whatever it may be. Okay, I can mention it in the handler. And the third is option is an optional one. It's an additional optional object. Okay, here we have a three property that is once a capture and passive. Once means if true, then the listener is automatically removed after it triggers. Okay, and the capture is the phase where to handle the event to be converted. So this is a bubbling and capturing is also the another very important interview questions. Okay, what is bubbling and capturing? They'll definitely ask this question. Okay, so you can also see it later. And here we need to mention whether the capture is a false or true. Okay, and passive means if true, then the handle will not call the default, that is prevent a default method. This is also again an interview question. Prevent a default. Everything, whatever I'm saying now, this will be asked for JavaScript interviews. Okay, if you're approaching for JavaScript interview, obviously they will be asking these questions. Okay, so these are the some examples. Let's see one by one. And then I will execute it in the JavaScript Visual Studio. Okay, students. Okay, ma. So here you can see the input element is there. Okay, here we have an input element and then created an ID and type and value. Okay, so there are two functionality which has been designed. So later they are using to, this is a arrow function. We know how to create an arrow function, right? So this is arrow function. And next is the another this using add event listener. They are mentioning the event name and the function name. So what is the function name? It is going to be this. So this will be called and the thanks will be displayed. You can see the thanks output. Okay. And if the second handler is used, then this will be called. So in the screenshot I didn't upload. So here you will be getting thanks again. Okay. So like this, you can create the things and on key on there is on key up event. On key up event means so randomly the background colors will be selected. Okay, the properties which we have given us, random colors will be given. If you type something, okay, on the keyboard, then it will the colors will change. Example, if I'm typing W, if I go to the next word, next letter, then the color will get changed. Clear? And on change event means here you can see the number input type. So for example, 1 or 2 or 3, the numbers will be displayed. Clear? So it goes on like this. If example, I type a number 1 in the keyboard, it will display the alert box to be 1. On mouse or event. On mouse or event means this events correspond to hovering the mouse pointer over the event. Let's say in this example, you can see the div container. Okay. We have mentioned the on mouse over event. Okay. So in the on mouse over event, so it should not, yes, it should, sorry, it should display the element. Okay, we have created an element. So this is our element, okay, of the width of 200 pixel and 200 of height. So both we have mentioned. Next is hot pink color. So the color has been applied. Next thing is, we mentioned that if suppose the user is going to select this element, what is the property we have added? Style.display.none. Style.display.none means if we select this element, it will get disappeared. As you already know, we learn a different display properties. Am I right? So the display is something called inline, block, and flex and grid. So these are different display properties. So here I didn't mention any display property. So it will hide my element. Okay. When you are hovering the element box, that is container on focus event, so it will focus. If you type something or if you just select on this input itself, you will be getting got it. Okay, that is a focus event. So now we can see one example on this events using an event listener. Okay, because event listener is mostly used one. So I'm just going to work with event listener. First, let me create one container in the body element. So div id is equals to a. Click me. And I want to style this div container, right? So let me create a style inside this hash a of, if I want to view or to make it display to the user, then obviously I need to assign the width and height and the background color and everything. So let me give the width. It's going to be, let's say, 200 pixel, height of some 200 pixel, and then background color. Okay. And text align center. So if you want border, I like border. So I'm just adding it 20 pixel solid, or we can go with groove, and the color we can go gold. Okay. And line height, let's give some 50 pixel, and cursor should be a pointer. Pointer. There are different cursor options there. If you want a pointer cursor, then you can go with that. Clear? So now let's see the output for this one. So this is the box. You can see the pointer also, right? The pointer finger. Okay, nice. So next we can move to the script element. In the script element, I want to get the element, right? So whatever the element I'm using, I want to get it. I want to fetch it the details. So then the first step for every programming in the JavaScript is first you need to fetch the details, right? So variable, let me give d is equals to document dot get element by id of, the id name is going to be a. Clear? So id name is going to be a, and that's it, semicolon. Next, you want to define some function. So now we can move on to the functionality. Let me create a function. Let's say the function is going to be a click function. Okay, click function. So if it is going to be in a click function, then it should throw a message called mouse clicked. Okay. And the next function I'm going to create is function handle, or I can give it as mouse over. Mouse. So whenever you're giving the function name, it should be in a camel case. So that's why I'm just giving it as a mouse over. Clear? Okay, fine. So here I'm going to make some color changes. That is my idea. So now we can take this D. So D dot, again, apply some style, CSS style. So I'm using a property called as a style. And then let me change a background color as equals to some colors. Let's say I want a red. Okay. So after this, I will create one more function, mouse out. Mouse over. If I out of this function, then what is going to be the scenario? It is showing an error. Okay, fine, we'll see. In the mouse out, I'm going to give the same thing but different color. If it is the mouse is out, let's go with green. Finally, what is the last step? I want to attach this event listener to the elements. So how we can attach this? D dot add event listener. So what is the first event? Click. And the method name is going to be what? What is the method name for the click? That is function name. It is going to be a click again. So let me change the name, something else. Click EA. So it is going to be click EA. Let me copy this. This is for mouse over. So mouse over. Is method name, that is function name is mouse over A. And for this one, mouse out. Okay, that's all, we are done. So I hope you guys have understood how to create this. So let's see. There is some error. Let me check. Let me go to the inspect. Uncaught syntax before a formal parameter, 29th line. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't use this function parameter. Now it will work. The first one is this. Okay, if I click on this, change it to console.log, we can check. D add listener, add even listen. Okay, spelling mistake for E, silly mistakes. Listener, right? Yeah, now it is working. If I click on this in a console, you can check the mouse is clicked. And if I hover this, you can see it is in red. If I out of this one, it is showing a green color. Clear, students? Previously it is in a purple, and then if I hover this, it is in red. If I come out, it is in green. And if I select this, go to the inspect and check, you can see the mouse click. Clear? Okay. So now again, move on to the PPT part. So what is this JavaScript animation? So animation can handle things that CSS cannot. In CSS also we did, let's say, what we did some animation. So example, my element is here. It is moving towards the right side, or if it is going towards the right side, or it is going towards, rotate from the top to bottom and left and right, right? So the right and left. So like this, it can move. But what is a very simple thing it is missing? You can see using the set interval, the animation can implement as a sequence of frame. Okay, sequence of frames in HTML, CSS. And for instance, changing the style left from 0 to 100 pixel moves element. And if we increase its set interval, changing by 2 pixel with a tiny delay, then it moves on. We don't know how that is how much speed you are going to give for this particular element, right? So using a set intervals, you can stop for some time and you can replay it. There are a lot of things you can do with using this set interval. Okay, so this is one example for this animation using a JavaScript. You can see the object or the element or image is in the left side and it is moving towards the right side. Clear? So how many pixel it needs? It needs a 5 pixel. Clear, students? So now we can see one example using this that is animation, and then we can move on to the cookies. Clear? So now we can create a simple animations, how to work with this animation. Okay, step by step we can perform. So first I will create one element. So same thing now, the process is going to be the similar for all the JavaScript when you're combining with HTML and CSS and JavaScript. So first, let me create a div container. Um, I'm not going to give anything. So again, ID A. So here, /A. So inside this, we need to give some properties to make the div container presentable in the browser. So for that, width is going to be something 50 pixel, and then height is going to be something 50 pixel. And later on, a background color. I need some color. Okay. And then we already know what is position absolute, right? So what is position absolute? To place the element or to move the element from its relative place, right? So if there is any parent element, inside the parent element, it can move anywhere using the values, right? That is left and right special properties. So we are done with our HTML and CSS. Now we can move on to the thing. So first we can see the output. This is our output, basic output. If you want to add some border and the other stuffs, you can do it. Okay, that is your wish. Example, you can add a box shadow. So it will be looking good when it is going to be the animation. Okay, let me give 0 pixel, and 10 pixel for blood purpose, and then I need a color, right? So color, let me give uh, gold color. Okay. If you want to add some more things here, you can add it. And let me also add one border. Pixel solid. Good. Okay, like this we have ready with our content. Let me give some content like animation. JS animation. It is out of box. Let me reduce this to paragraph. Still can give the font size in pixel. Eight pixel. Okay. You want to change the color of the inside box, that again you can do it. So sorry, okay. So like this, we have one box. So now we can move on to the script element. So in the script element, first we need to fetch the element. So for how to fetch the element, variable keyword, and let me give the variable name is equal to a, and document dot get element by ID of. So what is the ID? Sorry, the ID name is going to be A. So here I will change the name to B, which is going to hold the details. Okay. The next step is um, you can give some position values, so where you want to exactly move the values. Okay. So initially for the position of X, okay, the box is going to move towards the X axis, that is 0. And for variable position Y is equal to 0. And then the speed of this element, the initial stage. Okay, these are all initial stage of it. So variable, the, sorry, the speed Y is equals to 0. Clear? So that's, so the next, after initializing this, we start to create a function. Okay, that is our function is the next idea. Once creating the variable, we need to move on to the function. This is similar for all the programmings. Let me give the function names to be animate, animate off, and then position x is equals to a speed x, and position y is equals to a speed y. Then after this, we need to check the boundaries and reverse the direction if we need it. Okay. So for that, we can also do some more manipulation. So better understanding, I can make it. I can give you a simple example. Give me a minute. Okay. Instead of going with this, let me change this to be relative now. Okay. Then I don't want this speed and everything. Let me consider only the position and the direction. I want to mention the direction and the position. Okay. So the direction is going to be 1 and the position normal. There is no X and Y. I don't want to confuse this. That's why I'm giving a simple example. I want to update the position. So to update the position, so first we need to, what is the initial stage of position? Position is equals to, we are going to update it. So equals to a direction into 5. So direction is what? So the output is going to be, what is the output? Position value was 0 plus direction is 1 into 5. So totally it's going to be 5. Clear? So next is check the boundaries and reverse the direction if needed. Okay, we need to check boundaries and reverse a direction if it is needed. So if a position plus I'm giving the the ID name. What is the ID name? A dot the client width. A client width is a property. Okay, it is to check. It is going to check whether if it is going to greater than. Okay, if it is going to be greater than the window dot inner width. So inner width is nothing but it will calculate the window's inner width, the inside of the viewport. Okay. So if it is going to be greater than this, then we are using an or operator, either condition. So if it is going to be this or that, any one condition is going to be true, then the output will be displayed. Clear? So the next condition I am going to give is position is less than 0. Then a direction is equals to minus direction. So if it is going to be greater, then obviously it is out of our container, right? It is out of our viewport. So what we need to do, we need to minus the direction. Clear? Once again, students. Okay, ma'am. So this is the first, if condition. Then if this is the case, then this will be applied. And if you want to apply the new position, okay, if it is that is not the case. If that is not the case, then next is to apply a new position. So how we can apply the new position? So a dot and then style. It should move towards the that is left side. Then how we can assign the value for this one? That is position less pixel. Pixel wise, it should move. And finally, request the next animation frame. So we can request the next animation frame. For that, the default method we are using is the inbuilt method request the animation frame inside this animate, or we can give like a. I'm sorry, here we need to give animate one. Why? Because we are going to start the animation where animate using an animate method. We are going to call it. So now we can move. So let's check what is the mistake. Request animation frame. Better I try to run this. Is the folder. This one. One second, let me check. Okay, students, now it is working. Let me show you. So where it is, you can see it is moving this button. If you want to make something else, see here at this point, it stops here because of that if condition. Okay. And if suppose I try to change the direction value, let's say I'm adding this to 2, then it is very slow. You can see the smoothness. It is very slow towards the left and right side. Okay. And then if I use 1 pixel, then again it is very slow now. Okay. So this is a simple example for this animation. You can also apply a different images or something else instead of this container. Yeah. So now we can move on to the PPT part. Okay, what are cookies? And cookies is a piece of data that's stored on your computer to be accessed by the browser. So this is nothing but instead of going to this, let me create one slide. Okay. So cookie, first is what is cookie and then server. And that is sorry, server. I meant to say session storage. These are the two keys. Okay, students, this is cookie and this is a session storage. So what is this cookie first of all? Cookie means, an example, let's take this is a web browser. Okay, and this is going to be a server. And if the user is interacting with the server and the data, okay, which is sent through the server, okay, that data is called as cookie. The data is called as cookie. So that data will be get stored on the browser itself. Okay, that will be stored on the browser itself. It won't contact again and again. The web browser don't want to contact again and again with the server. Instead of that, they can easily communicate with the cookie for the information. Clear? Then now we can see about this one. That is about this session storage. Session storage. Okay, so session storage means, for example, I have the browser and again the server. When the user is interacting with the server, at the time one session ID will be created. A session ID will be created. So this ID will be temporary. Once the user has closed the browser, then you cannot see this session ID. And one more thing, if the user is opening many browsers, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, there are a lot of browsers available. While opening this browser, each and everything, a new session ID will be created. Clear? So this is about the session and cookie. So we can see one example on the session and cookie. I just want to confirm. Are you guys there? Did you understand? Can I get some reply from you students? Because I'm keep
Yes,
on
ma'am.
teaching you. Okay, thank you, Nikita.
Yes.
And what about the other students? Can I get some thumbs up or say yes or no? Okay, thank you, Deepthi. Only 2 students respond. Remaining. Okay, fine. I got only 1, 2 response. So let me remove this. So now we can understand. So what is cookie and the session? So first we can go with a cookie, how to create a cookie part. Okay. So this is not which is going to be displayed directly on the how we created previously, like containers and the something, right? But here we are directly we can go with the function itself. So here first let's go with create a script. Okay. So this is my script. So inside this script, need to create a, or first we can set a cookie. Okay, how to set a cookie? Set a cookie. To set a cookie, let me create a function and let me give a name as set cookie. And what is the name? I want to fetch a name, a value, and then a days to expire. So how many days it going to take to expire? So whatever the information is going to store on the browser, we can also set some time for the cookies. Okay, so that is name of the user and values and days to expire. For days to expire, obviously, we need to get the date class, right? So variable, let me give a variable name to be date and new keyword date of class. So now using this date variable, let me set a time like date dot get time of method. So date dot get time of method is nothing but it will only get the time for this date. Okay, this understand it clearly. Now we are processing how to set a time. Okay, this if you want to get a set a time, then we need a date dot get time. We need to get the present time. Am I right? So present time and then plus. So how many days you want to expire this? So days to expire into I need 24 and 260 into 60. Okay, 24 hours, 60 minutes and 60 seconds into milliseconds, 1000 milliseconds. So that's it done. Next part is um, variable expires. So when it's going to expire, so equals to expires, okay, is equals to expires less date dot to UTS. So you can understand. So once I type date, okay, automatically we can see the list of methods which is available. Okay, I'm going to use a UTC string method. And next point is to create a cookie. So now we have assigned the date to be expired and we have set the time. The next thing is we need to create a cookie. How to create a cookie to display it on the screen? Document dot cookie. Okay, this is the first step. So we already know how to create an element. The same how document and create element. But here we are going to do with a cookie. So the name is mentioned, the value is mentioned as a property is cookie. Next is name. I need to print a name, value and expires, right? So name plus equals to plus value and then plus double equals to, let me give semicolon. So I can explain you each and everything very clearly. Okay, I'll tell you. And then expires plus the path. I'm mistaken. Still the same error. Once again, name plus value. Okay. So now we can use this set cookie. So how we can set the cookie? Let's say set, I'm going to call this method here. Okay. So what are the parameters I need? Name is going to be, I'm giving as username and then comma. Let me give some name here. And then expiry date, 7 days. Okay, it will take some 7 days to expire. Actually, here we need to mention the path. Okay, so once you mention the path, example, in this place, we need to mention the path of it. Then we will get the things. This is called as a path attribute. Okay, this is optional only. So it is not necessary to add this. So this will, make the cookies valid. Cookie is valid for the entire website. So if you set the cookie named as a username and this one name and the other one, it sets a cookie named username with value and the other things that is expired date. You can also get this code. Okay. Next is I will show you how to get the cookie now. because while getting the cookie only, you can clearly understand so how it is going to perform, right? So to can get a cookie. So before that, we have a lot of things in advanced JavaScript. So we'll see that. Okay, we can see some simple example for this cookie instead of doing this. So this is a way to set the cookie. Okay, now I can also do it in a different way. So let me give it in the body element. So let's say because previously we didn't create any kind of element. So that is why we can't see the output, right? So let me give the input in the body. After the body element, you can give some input. So input type button and then the value. Let me give the value to be set cookie. Two values. Okay, one is set cookie and the another one is get cookie. And on click, here we need to mention the function name on click. So we'll do it later. Close this and then we'll copy this again. Here, let me give a get cookie. So inside the script element, I'm going to give a function called get cookie. Okay. So this is the first, sorry, we need to set the cookie and then we can get the cookie. So this is my method name. Just copy this and paste it here. And next is document dot cookie. So here we are creating a cookie. So to create a cookie, document dot cookie. Okay. So inside this username is equals to, so whatever the name you want to print. Let me give some other name, Varshita. Okay. So I'm giving a name as Varshita. So next to this, let me create one more function, get cookie of. So to get the cookie, first is I'm using an if statement. Let me document dot cookie dot length. I want to find the length of that cookie. If it is not going to equal to 0, if it is not going to equal to 0, then we can proceed with that. So then it will show the alert message like document.cookie means it will show the output of this username Varshita as a output. If not, then it will go to the else statement and it will show the alert message cookie not available. Okay, this is a simple example of this cookie. Let's check. Oh, sorry, I didn't add the function here. Function name is get cookie off. Okay, there is two buttons are there. So if I some cookies are misusing the recommend same site. Okay, I think this is authenticated website. Let me go with a browser, Google Chrome. Wait a minute, let me check. Students, now it is working. You can see the name is displaying. So we can also change the name. So the same code only. Okay. So you can set the cookie and you can fetch the cookie. So let me also I'll show you again for a clear understanding. So if I go click on this and go live, first we need to set the cookie. So the work is done. Now we can get the cookie. So you can see the username is Varshita. Clear, students? So this is about a cookie. Clear? So the session is also the similar thing. So the idea is going to be the similar and the functionality you are going to define. Okay, now let's move on to the advanced JavaScript concept. Clear? So what is advanced JavaScript? So here we have many different things. I have told you, right? So if you're applying or if you're going for some kind of senior JavaScript developer, then obviously you guys will be getting these kind of questions. So triple operator. Okay, so you'll get the question from what is triple operator? That is triple dot operator. There are a lot of questions you'll be getting. So why we need to go for this? First of all, the main important thing is in some scenario you won't understand. So why we need to sorry, what are the array elements specifically we are going to use? So at the time we can use this triple dot operator to make things easy. You can see there are multiple ways in which we can assign the value of one object to the another. We do not know the exact number of argument. This is the exact case. We don't know the exact number of arguments that are to be assigned. So in this case, the triple dots are used. Clear? So this is the main point. We don't know exact number of arguments that are to be assigned. So in this case, we can use with the triple dots. So triple dots, there are two things. It is not only the spread operator. Now we are going to discuss about the spread operator. Okay. The another one, it is called as a rest operator. So what is called rest operator and spread operator? Spread means we can especially use it for array. Okay, specifying some array values. But rest operator is for a function. Okay, if you don't know how many parameters going to be applied in a function, then you can go with the rest parameter operators. Okay, how we can define this? First is variable keyword, variable name equals to, and the value to spread. Value that is maybe the other variable name or the numbers like 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay, we can see an example for this one for the triple operator. First, let me create a two array. So variable A is equals to one set of array. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the another variable B is equals to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I want to concatenate this. So for concatenating, we have a predefined method that is called concat method. So let me take A. I want to save the A and B value in a A variable. Okay. So A dot concat method of B. So now what happened? All the value will be saved in a A variable. So we can see it on the console. Console.log of A. Clear? Next is variable. I'm going to use C. So inside this again, I have set of variable that is characters B, comma M, comma sorry, and then N, comma L. Okay, and then variable V is equals to W, Q, T, U. So that's all. So next I want to concatenate using a three dots. So instead of I'm doing with the steps, I can easily do it using this. C is equals to, I don't want to use any concatenate method directly. I can simply mention triple dot D. If you go and check, you can see the same output here as well. So what is where it got saved in C. So go to the browser. So we have saved it in the console log. Just go to the console log. Here you can see all the values has been displayed. Sorry, I'm sorry. Here I need to mention both the things. Dot dot C comma D. Okay. So both are going to be the similar thing, but this is without the concatenate symbol. Directly you can use a triple operator, triple dot operator. Yeah. So next we can see one more example using this one. How we can work with this triple operator. Let's say I'm having a variable. Okay, let's say I have a variable of some values. A is equals to some set of values. 3, 4. And then variable B is equals to some set of, so giving a set of value, I'm assigning B is equal to A. And then B dot, so in the B value, okay, not in the A, I want to just change it in the B value. So in the B value, how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So here I'm just pushing some value. Let's say I'm adding some character. Console.log of. In while debugging, I want to check both A and B value. So let's see the output. So it will be interesting for you. So again, I'm just copying the same thing. Here in this place, the process is going to be the similar. Okay. But instead of I'm giving an A, I'm using a triple dot A. And here also I'm adding some numbers. Let's say numbered. Let me change this to C and D. Here also C, and then here it is going to be D. Clear? So that's all very simple. You go and check the output. So now you can see the changes. So what happened in the first two line, you can see 1, 2, 3 have given as, sorry. I want to push it in the this. A, B, D. Okay, fine. So now you can see the values in this one, in the array one, only my array one values is displaying. Let me change this to 0. Okay. So only the array value, the first array value was showing the output. When you change for D element, it is only changing the D element, right? But here you can see the A in a A itself, it is displaying the value of zero. So this is totally wrong, right? This is wrong. So whenever you are, manipulating with the data, you should be very careful. So at which place exactly it is going to save. Okay, so at that time, this will definitely helpful for you, this triple operator. So next is, you can go with a for loops. That is for of each loop. You know already about a for loop. So what is this for of? So for of means a for keyword. The element is going to be your, let's say, whatever you are going to assign. Let me give I is my element name. I triple is nothing but I'm going to iterate some array value. Then I will be giving a here. I and A. So I is the element and A is the I triple. So I triple and I triple object, array and set and strings, etc. Items in the I triple. So let's see one by one. So first we'll go with an array, for of array. So everything is going to be similar only. So let me create a variable A of is equals to a set of values. Sorry, A is equal to the some set of array. So array in the sense I'm giving alpha, beta, and gamma. Okay, these are the set of values I have. Now I want to use a for each loop. So for each loop means first is the imaginary variable name and then of the array name. I want to loop it off, right? So for looping, console.log of I. That's it. So now you can see in the output, so alpha, beta, and gamma is displaying. This is for array. If it is going to be in a string, then what happened? Namacharya Institute Technology. I want the string to be splitted as a character. So how it will be displayed, you can see each and everything it has been displayed as a character. If this is a task which is given to you, you can also perform this for off. Okay. If the interviewer is asking you to convert the string into the character, so you can use this for loop. Then next we can go with the set. Sorry, string we are completed. So next we are going to the set. So first we'll see what is set here. Okay. I hope you guys are aware about set in your Python. So maybe if you know Python, you know it. Set is nothing but it is, it is ordered and it should not accept any duplicate value. That is a functionality of this set. To define a set, so I'm creating a variable called set is equals to new and the set constructor. I'm using this constructor, set constructor inside this. This is like a method that is constructor means obviously we'll be having a parenthesis. And between I can give a set of values. 1 second, students. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. So next is I'm just giving, I want to loop this. So for let I of, I'm giving a variable called set. So inside this, we can loop it. So it will automatically loop and it will show the output for you. So I. So the output is going to be 1, 2, 3. Clear? So this is how we will be setting the value that is using a for of with set. If suppose I'm going to use the map, what is called map? So map is the advanced one minute students. Okay, ma. So we can start. Yes, the next is let I offset. So now we can see about map. So what is called map? So map is nothing but it's an advanced concept of this object. When you compare this object and map, there are different comparisons will be there. So this map makes very simple to use when you consider when you compare this with an object. So let's see how to define a map. So I'm giving a variable called map, and then here also map constructor. And later to this, let me remove all this value. So instead of giving it in a straight way, you can add the or insert the element here. Set of here itself it is showing like key and value, right? So you need to mention the key and value. So key is name and the value is going to be, let's say some sorry, this is going to be a parameter. So comma. So comma, the value is visual, something I'm giving. And let's copy this. Again, the map. We change this to 25, the age. Here. So I want to loop this. How we can loop it? For of let's a key comma value of a variable name map. Console.log of a key plus, if you want to space, you can give then the value. Okay. Now we can see the output. See here, name and the age is displayed. But if it is going to be an object, what we have to mention, we need to give object dot and the that is our key names we have to give, right? So this is going to be in a difficult task when you go with the map. So this is very, very simple. Clear? Okay. Next is, let's see the rest operator. So this is done. The for of map and set. So now we can consider about rest operate parameter. So is an improved way to handle the function parameters, allowing us to more easily handle the various input as a parameter in function. The rest parameter syntax allows us to represent an infinite number of argument as an array. An array. infinite number. If you don't know the value also, let's consider there is some manipulations. Example, we can take banking, okay, or any organization. If there is some purchases going to happen or some increments or they are going to provide, you don't know the exact number because there are a lot of employees are there, then you can mention it as an infinite number. Clear? You can mention it as a infinite number of arguments as an array. So with the help of the rest parameter, a function can be called with a number of argument no matter how it was defined. So this was added in ES 2015 or ES 6, which improved the quality to handle the parameter. And what is the syntax for this? Okay, so function, keyword, and then function name as a second thing. And inside the parameter, you need to use a triple operator and parameters name. And finally, inside the block, you can mention the statements. Clear? So this is the output of without parameter, without rest parameter. This is without rest parameter. What happened? You see, here I have a 1 and 2 value. If I call this method, what it returns? It is going to return addition, right? 1 plus 2, that is going to be a 3, the value 3. And next is I have some 5 values. If I call this value, then what happens? It is going to be some addition of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus, right? But you can see the output is going to be what? 3. So this is wrong. You cannot do with multiple values with the same function. So now we can move on to this rest parameter ES6. So we can see one example on this, how it works. So let me create one function and then function name. Inside this, I don't know the parameter value. Let me give 3 dots input is my parameter name. Okay, input. And then let me assign, I want to do the addition. So sum is equals to 0. Inside the for loop, let keyword I of input. Okay. So I of input is a variable and this is going to be iterated, this input. So here, let me give the manipulation or the logic of this program. So sum is equals to sum plus. So here, this is nothing but sum is equal to sum plus I. So whenever it is going to be iterated, this input value, then the value will be iterating and it will give the output and return a sum. Lastly, if you do if you call the function without knowing what parameter value is going to be, still you will get the exact value. Let's see. I'm giving console.log of 100, 120, 300, 400, 500. Okay, it list just goes on. Just copying this and changing the value again. I'm giving 900, 800, 600. Okay. So now we can go and check the output here. The calculation has not been done. Okay, sorry. And user function. That's so now you can see the values for all the parameter input. Clear? So this is the usage of this rest parameter. This will definitely asked in interview. Okay. And the next one we can see, give me 1 minute, student. Okay, sorry. So here the next thing is we will see about the another one example for this function parameter. So how we can use this rest parameter. That will be also interesting for you. I can show you that. Here, example, I'm creating a function. Let's say the function name, function itself, one or whatever you want. Let me give A is my function name. Or you can give what is this topic? Rest. Okay. Rest is my function name. Inside this, I have a variable, b variable, and triple dot c variable. Sorry, not a variable, the parameter, the argument. So the next is I'm going to pass some value outside this, right? I'm going to call this one. So rest of, I will give some value. Let's say I can give some values here. Note, bag, and then switch, something else. I'm adding some value, router, and then hub. What else we can add? IP address. Okay, it goes on like this. So now the first variable will be considered as a node, and the second variable will be considered as a bag, and the remaining will be considered as a C. Clear? So so you guys have understood, I think. So now I'm using a backtick dollar $A. And then I can use dollar $B. So what will be the output for this one? Can anyone tell me? What is the output for this one? I told you what is A and B. Quickly, students, if you know or not, please let me know so that I can help you with it. Please don't waste the time. Yes or no? Maybe, I don't know. Whatever it's in your mind, please just put a message, text me so that I can understand whether you have understood or not. Yes, Nikita, Varshita, Deepti, Hemalata. So what is the output for this one? So this is my function. Okay, this is my function. Let me put the backtick. This is my function. I'm calling this function A and B and C. So which is A? What will be the output for A? Guys, come on, ma. Don't waste the time. If you don't know the answer also, please let me reply me so that I can help you with that. Students, are you able to hear my voice? Garbage value? No, ma. So I think you guys are not listening, just, turning on the videos and yes, good. So note and bag. Clear? So this is note and bag is the output and the remaining value is for C. So for example, I'm giving a console.log of C. Then what is the output? So we'll be getting output of switch, router, hub, and IP address. Console.log of C of 0. C of 0 means this is a starting value of C. The first value is going to be 0. Okay, that is switch. Next to this, console.log of C.length. I want to find the length of this. What is the length of C? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Clear? And then console.log of C.index of the value of example, let's say hub. For hub means what is the value? It is going to be 1, 2, and 3. Okay, the length is going to be, the index value is going to be 0, 1, 2. Sorry, 2. But then page may not be impacted for standard. Yeah, 1 minute. Let me do it. Rest is not okay. Okay, sorry. Rest A. So now you can see the values. First is note and bag. And for C variable, switch router, hub, and IP address. And then if I want to fetch the value for C of 0, so it is switch. And then C length 1, 2, 3, 4. And index of hub is 2. Clear? Okay, fine. And then JS map. So what is JS map? So I already told you a simple intro of this JS map. Map is a collection of element and where each element is stored as a key and value pair. The map object can hold other object and primitive value as either a key or a value. Okay, so this is a simple example of this. And now this object was provided by ES6 and the key of map may occur once and which will be unique in the maps collection. They are, slight advantage to using a map rather than an object. Accidental key and security, key types and order, size and their performance and serialization. This is another example. Let me show you one simple example on this for a map. Okay, so in a previous example, what we did, we have given a new keyword and the constructor here, right? So just we have defined and we used the set method to insert the value. But here we are using so inside the map constructor itself, we are going to define the values. Let's say first is a key and the value. Let me give a comma move. Okay. And then I'm just adding one more B comma click. Something I'm just giving some values inside this. Okay. After this one, just go to the console. Okay. After setting the values, go to the console.log of, I'm just giving the value to be A. Here you can see it has been displayed. A is move, B is click, and C is help. Three entries. Okay, clear? So now if you want the other example for the same app, you can also include something, the other datas. So let's skip that. Okay, you can do the other example. So what is set? Set is a collections of items. Okay, but the map is a collections of elements. Okay, both are same, but here you can see it is unique and this is going to be ordered and this will be in an insertion order. You can store even primitive or objects. Same in this place, the constructor is going to be set. Okay, so let's see how we can add these values and how we can perform the set. Let's add let A is equals to new set of. And next is A dot I'm adding a value here. Let me give some 10 as a value and a dot add of 20 as a value. And later to this, I'm adding a dot. If I suppose I want to add it on the same single line, then I can also do it. How I can do it? Add of 90 dot add of 100 dot add of 200 dot add of 900. Clear? This is how we can add it. And finally, we can print the value like console.log of a. That's so now you can see all the value has been viewed here. Clear? So this is about the set. Okay. And if suppose if you want to delete something from this let, then how we can delete it? Let me add some values here. Let's say I will take the same value, Annama Charya College. Okay. In this place, I want to delete something. Console.dot. What is the variable name? A dot delete. Yeah, so I'm giving a delete and then some value name. Let's say I'm giving A. Students, give me 1 minute more. Okay, students. So if I give A, so A will be get deleted, right? So A gets deleted, and you can also check the value here in console.log of A. Clear? Like this, you can do it. To go here, you can see the A has been deleted. If suppose if you want to delete the value, let's say we can take E to be deleted, then that what did I mention? A dot. So this is true. Okay, okay, okay. So this is only showing whether it is going to be true or false. Let me copy this. So now you can see here everything is has been deleted. A and E in the second array, and the first array only A alone. Clear? And this is and next a very important concept that is called as a JS promise. So JS promise. So what is this? So JS promise and promising chaining. A promise is a good way to handle the asynchronous operation. So what is called asynchronous? But some operation is not going to perform in a simultaneous manner, then we'll call it as a asynchronous. Correct. It is used to find out if the asynchronous operation is successfully completed or not. It will find. So here in the promise, we are using 3 states to verify whether the operation has been completed successfully or not. So one is pending, another one is fulfilled, and the last one is rejected. A promise starts in the pending state because the if user is giving some interaction and waiting for the reply, right? Let's take this. when I request data from a server, so you are the user and you are requesting some information to the server. A client is requesting some information to the server. So that will be called as a pending state. Okay, that is called as a pending state. And the data arrives successfully. If the data is arrived from the server to the client successfully, then it is called as a fulfilled. Okay, and the error occurs when then it will be a rejected. If there is an error, then it will be rejected. So let's see an example. So how we can perform this promise in our coding. Okay, so let's get into the Visual Studio Code. A const count is true. So now in this situation, I'm not going to give any value here. Okay, I'm just giving a true. True is my value. So the written is going to be correct. So that is a true value. And next is let. I'm giving a count value. Value is equals to new. A promise is a that is constructor. Inside this constructor, we need to provide the values. You can see the reject or resolve or what kind of the value we need to give. So I'm going to give two things. One is resolve and reject. So what is called resolve and reject? If count is true, if the value is going to be true, 1 minute. So inside the count, if a count, the next we need to resolve this issue. How to resolve this? There is a count value. Because this condition is going to be true, so the value is going to be correct. Am I right? Once again, I did some mistake. Okay, sorry. So inside this constructor, we need to create a function, right? So function, here we need to close this function. And next to this, I'm giving a resolve. So that is else condition, reject. There is no count value. Okay, that's all. Finally, I need the output to be printed. So what is my output is going to be console.log of account value. Okay. So here you can see the status is fulfilled because that is true. And there is a count value that is printed. Clear? So the next example for this, promise is a promise chaining. Let's see what is this promise chaining. So promise chaining is, I have given how to create a promise keyword and the variable name, that is a object, and new keyword, a parameter, that is constructor. And inside this, you need to mention the function that is resolve or reject argument. Okay. And next is promise chaining. What is this promise chaining? Is when you have to handle more than one asynchronous task, one after the another, then you can go with the promise chaining. Okay, you can perform the operation after the promise is resolved using the method, then catch, and finally. You may know this catch and finally. You would have experienced this in Java, but then is a new for you, right? Then method is used with a callback when the promise is successfully filled or resolved. So now we can go with an example for this then promise chaining. So first let me create the same thing like count value and I've created a promise object. Next new constructor promise of inside this can we create a function that is two functions. One is what? Resolve and the other one is reject. Clear? So now it is done. So after this curly brace, inside this, what is the functionality you're going to give? So resolve of the promise resolved. 1 minute, students. Promise resolved. Yeah. And so execute when the promise. So when you want to resolve the promise successfully. So it is done successfully, then you can do like count value. What is the promise object? Use that object dot. You can do it like this dot. Then the next line you can give dot. Then inside this, then you can mention the function success value result. What is the result of this? What is the result? You need to print the result like result. Console.log of result. And another option is once it is done, the another asynchronous operation you can give is dot. Then same for the success, we can give the additional information. So function success value of result. But in this operation, we can give some different values. This is the asynchronous multiple task. Okay, so that's all. You save and execute the program. I need to close this. So promise is resolved. The first information is displayed, and then this is a asynchronous multiple task. So that also displayed. Now we can move on to the catch. What is catch? So instead of this, then that is after this, then if there is any error is happened, then we can go with that. Let's say the same example. Let me change this to reject. A promise is rejected. Clear? Next, I'm giving a function and then this is going to be a success. But if that is not going to be successful, then it should throw the catch value. So here, let me change as error value and the result. The result will be displayed. It will throw the error. What is over there? Sorry. It will show the output as promises rejected. That's it. Simple. Okay. So this is also completed. So now we can move on to the modules. So what is modules? As our an application grows bigger, we can split into the multiple files. So called as modules. Okay, there are multiple files are there. 1 minute, students. Give me, students, give me 2 to 3 minutes. Okay.
अपना मैसेज
Okay, sorry, students. So I'm back. So we can continue with this one. We can split into the multiple files. Example in JavaScript. So it is going to be in a simple file. Okay, if it is going to be a .js file. Okay, so there will be only one file. If suppose there is some different functionality to be defined in a different file, that to be called, that is difficult, right? So we can do this and handle this using a modules. So modules may contain a class or library or a functions for a specific purpose. We can do it. Example, it can contain a class, or it can contain library, or it contain function. Okay, so these are the different things we can say. And for a long time, a JavaScript existed without a language level module syntax. That was not a problem because initially the scripts were small and simple. There was no need. But nowadays it is going to be another very complex scripts we have. So that is why we are organizing using this module. Okay, a module is just a file. So we can see how we can work on this module. Okay, one script is one module. As simple as that, the modules can load each other and use a special directive export and import. Export keyword and import a keyword. Export means labels, variables and function that could be accessible from the outside the current module. Okay, and this is a import functionality from the other module. So I will show you one example so that you can understand this concept. Scripted type. So this is the thing you need to add it here. Okay, let's see one simple example how to work with this a module. Let me remove this code. I'll remove this code as well. Okay. So example in the index HTML page. Let me create one doc type HTML and then scripts type is equals to module. Here in this place, I'm going to import one file that is called say.js. So how we can import this? Using an import keyword. Imports curly brace and say hi is a function name. Okay, this is not my file name. This is my we can say like module name. Sorry, this is a function name. From where? From dot slash of say.js file. Okay, we are just calling it from the say.js file. So in this document, I'm going to import document.body. Inside the body element, I want to include the name that is called as some input text, say hi of a function name. So what you're going to throw here. So let's say I'm giving a Suresh as a name. So now we can move on to the say.js file. Here, the keyword is going to be export. So I will export the function say hi and the argument is user. Okay, and the argument is going to user. What it will throw and it will return the value is return hello, comma, a dollar, curly brace user. What is a user? So user value we have given in the index.html page. Clear? So we can give, so I need to use a backtick. Whenever we are going with a dollar symbol, that's going to be a, we need to use, instead of single and double quotes, we can go with the backticks. So now we can execute the code. You can see the output is going to be hello Suresh. Clear everyone? I hope you guys are clear till this. So till this we have completed JavaScript. So next part is jQuery. So we can freshly start from Wednesday onwards. Okay. As of now, I want to tell you was the homework. We can say you need to finish the hacker rank. Okay, that is very important. And next is self activities. So wait a minute, I can share you the self activities also. We'll share it in the Word document. Hey, everyone has to complete while you're coming on Wednesday. So, minute, I can get the file. So you are for final year, right? Final year. So we are in the first module. So let me get till JavaScript we have completed. So let me share some JavaScript programs and also CSS. So practice this income on Monday. Sorry, on Wednesday. And one more thing, hacker rank. Hacker rank for the second week task. Whatever we are giving the task of students, everyone please complete it in a full-fledged so that you will finally you will get the result, good results. Hacker rank, where is my this one? So we are in the update of second week. So guys, everyone should complete this task. Okay, I'm expecting from everyone. So if you are not going to complete, you are going to lose something. Okay, that is regarding your placements. So I'll just save this file and share it in the group so that we can start with our attendance part. Save it in the downloads. So I'm sharing this file. So everyone has to complete. Self. Okay, ma. So I have shared. So if any doubts regarding anything, please let me know. So soon we will be having a midterm assessment after completing the half of the portion. Okay. So now, could you please everyone turn on your camera? I can take one